This may be the best decision I ever made or the most insane because I am taking the hardest internet challenge, the 75 hard challenge, and turning it into a writing challenge. For the next 75 days, I cannot doom scroll social media, I cannot binge watch TV. I had to lock in for the next 75 days non-stop writing my book. Either at the end of 75 days, I finish my novel or I lose my mind trying. So for those who are unaware or never heard of the 75 hard challenge, which I seriously doubt unless you live it under a rock, the 75 hard challenge is a strict exercise challenge. For the 75 days, you have to do 2 45-minute workouts and one must be outside. Drink 10 gallons of water. Read 10 pages of a nonfiction book. No alcohol, no processed foods. Also, you have to take one photo every day showing your progress. You know what makes this challenge even crazier? You could be 50 days into the challenge. You skip one day or miss one day, or you just accidentally eat a chocolate cake. No matter how far you came, you will have to start all over and do the 75 hard challenge all over again. 75 days all over again, which makes this challenge even more insane. I was scrolling on YouTube a few days back and I saw this creator. She had this crazy but wonderful idea of taking the 75 hard challenge and turning it into a writing challenge. And I was like, oh my gosh, that is such a best idea I gotta do this for my channel. Disclaimer, y'all, I did not come up with this idea at all. It's literally these other wonderful creators that did this idea before me. Now, I don't know who was the original one that started this whole thing, but I thought this would be so fun to do it as a community on this channel. For the next 75 days that we work on our projects, either that's writing the first draft or that's writing your first query letter to your dream publishing house or doing some revisions and editing, whatever you need to do, whatever writing goals you have, we're going to spend the next 75 days together locking in and laser focusing on one goal. I'm really excited for this, y'all. So let me tell y'all the rules of this challenge. So basically it's just like 75 hard. And the first rule is that you have to do 2 45-minute sprints. And no, you don't have to go outside and write for 45 minutes and then the other 45 minutes you do it on the inside. No, we're not doing all that. You just need to find a moment in your day to write for 45 minutes. You need 2 sprints that are 45 minutes long. And also the minimum required word count should be 1,000 words a day. And the second rule is you have to read 10 to 15 pages of a nonfiction book. But it has to be a book that's about the craft of writing. It could be about how to develop characters, about plot structure, about psychology of story, just whatever book you want to read, it has to be about the craft of writing. And this rule right here just might be a given, but you have to, every single day, you have to log and track how many words you have written every single day. And, or if you want to as well, you have to post and share a photo of your small milestone that you achieve every single day. Maybe on your Instagram or even with the community on YouTube, just share how far you got that day, how many words you got that day, what time did you sit down and write, and just share your thoughts and share where you improve with your writing or share what you're struggling at with your writing project. You just need to share with people or share, it don't have to be with people online. It can literally be in your in-person writing group. You don't even have to share on social media or share with anyone else. You could just literally take photos on your phone and make a little folder and just share your small daily moments of how far you're progressing on this journey. Also, another rule is that just get 15 minutes of outdoor sunlight. And I know with writing and trying to be a writer, a lot of times you're inside and you don't get a lot of sunlight. You're just staring at a computer for hours at a time. Or you just have a job where you just stare at your computer all day. I just feel like this rule is a must where you just go outside for at least 15 to 30 minutes and just get some sunlight and just get some steps in, just walk and just get a breath of fresh air, literally touch grass, just get away from your project and just go outside. And this rule right here, y'all, it's going to be so hard for me. And I know it's going to be hard for a lot of us, is because I have been wrestling with this, y'all, for days and weeks. But this rule, I feel like, is so necessary because I just feel like I have formed an addiction with this. I'm gonna be so real. So this last rule is that no social media. You have to cut out social media almost entirely. You have to stop doom scrolling. I'm mainly talking about TikTok, doom scrolling on there. At least for me, I have fallen into this habit and this addiction of just doom scrolling for hours. And you have to replace doom scrolling. And even if you watch Netflix too much or just binge watch a lot of TV, you need to replace your social media time and TV time with reading a book. Seriously, reading a book. It don't have to be an educational book or anything like that, or a self-help book. It can literally just be a fictional book, some of your favorite stories. It can be romance, it can be fantasy, whatever you're into. Just try to replace social media doom scrolling and TV binge watching with reading a good book. And to make sure that I'm actually following these rules, I made this little template, this little freebie where I can track all of my habits, making sure I'm following the rules and keeping up my word count. Did I actually write for 45 minutes twice that day? And I just feel like this template will be so helpful for me to make sure I'm holding myself accountable in this challenge. And if you want this template, it's linked in the description below so you can follow along too and make sure you're holding yourself accountable during this whole challenge. I really wanted to get this video out as soon as possible to give y'all time and give myself time to prepare for this challenge. And if you're watching this video the day I upload it, I highly recommend that you use this weekend to prep for this challenge, because I really want to start this challenge as soon as Monday, May the 4th comes. I want us to lock in on that challenge as soon as that day comes. But I just want to say, if you don't have time to prep for it, or life be life and you don't have time to do this challenge right now, and then you've seen this video late, don't feel bad that you didn't start with us. You can start whatever you want to. Heck, you can start this challenge when it's June or July, or even it's September. Whenever you are ready to do it, just start whenever you're in the mood to do it or have time to do it. But I want to start this challenge as May 4th as soon as possible, and I recommend that you take a few days this weekend or even the whole next week whenever you need to prep for this challenge. The first thing I want you to do is write down your goal, like what project or thing you're going to focus on for the next 75 days. Is it outlining, planning, and writing the first draft of your very first novel? Is it coming back and editing, revising your novel? Or is it writing query letters for your dream publishing house? Whatever your goal is, I need you to write that down and stick with it for the next 75 days. And then what you're going to do is set up a routine or schedule. Look at your calendar right now and figure out what times do you have available to write. I know a lot of us have work and other responsibilities that you have to do, but look at your schedule. Look at this parts where it's just blank and there's nothing there. Try to set aside that time as your 45-minute sprint. It could be early in the morning, or it can be in the evening. Maybe my first sprint to be early in the morning, and then my second sprint to be in the late evening. Whatever works for you. Just pull out your calendar, look through it, and see what times are available best for you to do those 2 sprints. And also, not just scheduling time, I think it's also important to schedule where you're going to write. At least for me, I sometimes get decision fatigue and just can't decide if I want to sit at my desk and write, or do I want to sit at the kitchen table and write, or do I want to go to a cafe or a library to write. I just feel like I have decision fatigue, can't figure out where I want to go that one day. Just for the first week, map out where you're going to write. Maybe Tuesday, I want to write at a coffee shop, and then maybe Friday I want to write at the library. And I would just pick out my writing space, maybe in your house. Let your family, people that live with you know, like, hey, like at 5 o'clock in the evenings, I am sitting in my office writing. I want no one to bother me. Just respect that time. I will let people know that live with you, or people that are in your life, know that this is your special dedicated writing time, and that way you have no interruptions. And another thing, I would prepare my music playlist. I know a lot of us writers, we have like a playlist of music playing or ambience going that makes us excited or in the mood for our story. So you won't spend most of your writing session trying to skim through Spotify or skim through YouTube Music trying to figure out what song am I going to listen to today. And of course, use this weekend to go over your outlines, go over your character profiles. I would say plot just enough so you can just get started and know which direction the story is going. Also, same thing for character profiles. I want to make pages and pages of detail on the character. I would just know enough, especially their internal conflict and the personality type they have, then I would just move on from there. But anyway, don't wait for the perfect moment or the opportunity to start writing or to start anything in general, because the one thing I have learned, there's never a perfect time or moment where to start something, and you're never going to be 100% fully ready to start or do anything. Like, I was hesitant to do this challenge because I'm like, man, I don't have certain materials or things ready for y'all. Like, I want to do this and this, but I'm like, if I could wait around for the perfect opportunity or the right time to do something, I would never do. There's no perfect time to do it. You could start in the middle of a random Wednesday if you want to. But anyway, I hope you guys join me on this 75 hard challenge. I feel like it'd be so fun. I just feel like it will open the door for making a community on this channel. I don't really care about the subscriber or big following. I just want a community where we communicate with each other, where we lift each other up, we go to each other for feedback or constructive criticism or whatever. We're our online social media best friends, a writer community. I know for a lot of us, even myself, I don't have an in-person writing group, and I just feel like this is the best way to start one or to begin forming one. And I'm just really excited for doing this challenge. So let me know in the comments below, are you going to join us in this 75 hard challenge? And if so, what goal are you going to be working on during this 75 hard challenge? And if you are joining me, don't forget to grab the freebie. The link is in the description below, so you can keep up with your habits, making sure you're following the 75 hard rules, and making sure that you are logging your word count and how much time you spent working on your project. And guys, also look out for posts on the channel. Subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you can know when I post on there. I love you all so much, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.